The 535Q really changed everything for a lot of players. It really gave them that ability to truly personalize the wah. I think that was the most adjustable and flexible wah you could buy at the time.
It was 1990, 91, 92, and I was doing ads for Dunlop for wah-wahs, and we were developing like the 535 was like a first new, wow, this one has 5 different wah-wah sounds or 10 different wah, and then you can boost it, or you started to really get all these different things. So they really started taking the wah-wah to a whole nother level.
I produced the GCB 95, which is the basic wah-wah that was known for a long time. When we acquired the original Crybaby, one of our goals was to make it to the approval of the designer, who was Brad Plunkett, and we did it. But Jimmy, he brought it to another level.
Well, you know, I had the opportunity to work with, I did artist relations, so I worked with bands. And the 535 is a result of listening to all the guys I was working with and trying to come out with something that would satisfy them all.
We started out about, I'd say about 1990. And Jimmy asked me one time, he says, is there any way that we can make a Crybaby a little more versatile? And I said, yeah, we can vary the range. He says, well, let's do that. There's a switch that we put on the side that swapped one of the frequency sweeping terms and changed it in 6 positions. The next thing we said is that some people don't want a highly selective bandpass filter. So we decided to try to modify what we call the Q, and that's sort of like how narrow is the bandpass filter.
If you want a deep throaty sound, you can do that. If you want a sharp whack, whack, whack sound, you can do that too.
And the way I came up with the boost, the preamp boost, was everybody kept complaining about having their signal loss when they kicked the wah on. It was like they kick it in, they said, oh, it just doesn't sound right. Well, what was happening was it was kicking all the way into the mids, and they were losing the highs and the lows. So we just boosted the whole circuit, man.
So here I have the 535Q, and it's our flagship wah-wah. It was a product of artists' input over the years as to what their wah-wah needs were, and we put all this into one pedal with user-selectable features that can get different variations of wah-wah tones. It's a simple rotation, side knob switch away to get different heel and toe frequencies. And what this does, this actually changes the character of the wah sweep, which drastically goes from really low to high. Also, we have the variable Q, which is a very important feature. The Q basically takes the filter shape and makes it either flat, which is a very subtle, almost like a tone control, simple one knob on your old car stereo, to a very sharp, vocal-like, very cutting through, nasally wah-wah. Also, one really important feature is that it's got a side kick switch that operates a 18 dB boost volume. So you can get loud and hit the amp hard for solos and step out in front of the band.
The 535 is the 535 millihenry, and that's on the inductor. If you look at the schematic for the wah-wah pedal, it's 500 millihenry. What we found through our experiments and our listening and our talking to people was that 535 millihenry for us was something that sounded right. That's what we consider right. And that's how we came up with 535.